Good morning, everybody. Welcome. I'd like to invite you all to take a seat. So hi, welcome everybody. My name is Carrie, and I am part of the programming team here at the library. And I'd like to welcome you all to today's very special performance, an original musical performance of My Millionaire, the £1 Million Banknote, based on Mark Twain's short story of the same name, The £1 Million Banknote. Welcome also to those of you watching online over Zoom. We have quite an audience out there as well. I have to say it has been such an honor to watch this performance take shape over the past few months, and we are all here today thanks to the creative vision and the musical talent of Westport's very own Barbara Backlar Reis. For those of you that don't know, Barbara is a composer with expertise in translating concepts and characterizations into music. Her musicals have been produced at the Straight Wharf Theater in Nantucket, Lucille Lautel's White Barn in Westport, the Public Theater in New York City, the Fairfield Playhouse in Connecticut, and now at the Westport Library. So thank you, Barbara, for giving us this opportunity to support your creative vision and for bringing this production to the community today. So one more round of applause for Barbara. Before I turn it over to Clayton Winters, who is the director of this performance, who's going to say just a few words about the production, I'd like to invite you all to stay after the performance. We're going to have a short audience conversation about some of the themes in the show, as well as a cast talkback. And that will be facilitated by Jan Basson, who is a Westport community writing teacher and a program designer, who many of you know as well. So please stay after the performance for that conversation. So without further ado, I'd like to turn it over to Clayton, the director, who'll say a few words.
Thank you so much. You can take that one with you. Thank you, Carrie. Thank you so much. I want to say thank you to everybody here on the production team at the Westport Public Library. What a remarkable space, right? So whoever had the vision for that, God bless you. God bless you. I mean, look at this venue. It's remarkable, right? And everything that's here in it. When I first spoke with Barbara about working with her music, they said, we'll do like a little workshop at the library and hear the music. And when I think about a workshop at the library to hear the music, usually you're tucked in the corner and like Winnie the Pooh is over your shoulder and you've got your music stands in front of you. But when I walked in and saw this location and the space and met the staff, I mean, at that point, you've just got to go for broke. Barbara's one request was that everyone enjoy her music, right? She said, I want everyone to have a good time and to enjoy my music, just to enjoy it. And I said, well, the best way to enjoy a piece of music is to go on a journey, and the best way to go on a journey is to hear a story. And so I started working with Barbara to take what was the original libretto and bring it, as well as some key points from Twain's short story, into a whole new creative production. So this is not just the music for £1 Million Banknote. This is actually a site-specific new work, one-act musical for the Westport Public Library. And so I hope you enjoy it. With that in mind, this is a workshop. This is the first time this music, these pages, have ever been done together and have ever been done in front of an audience. And so when you see us with our little booklets in hand, know that we spent a lot of time creating and crafting this wonderful story. And we spent about 24 hours in rehearsal, working with Chris Coogan, our spectacular music director. We've brought in local and professional performers from as far away as New York City. And most everyone is from right here in Fairfield County, so you may see some familiar faces. Please enjoy My Millionaire, the £1 Million Banknote.
Poppycock, nonsense, and twiddle-twaddle. I'm canceling my subscription.
What for?
Listen to this. A man is as poor as a church mouse, but because people believe he's rich, he attains high position, amasses great wealth, and wins the hand of a beautiful, well-born maiden.
You mean the appearance of wealth is power?
I don't agree.
I have an idea. The Bank of England once issued 2 notes of £1 million each in anticipation of purchasing a small country for the empire. Only one was necessary. The other lies a virgin in the vault. I think I'll purchase it this afternoon.
What for?
If, for argument's sake, we found such a man, we could lend him the note for a period of time and see what happens.
I see.
For argument's sake, take a man who is poor and unknown. Not a penny to spend, not a home, not a friend, but for argument's sake, you are willing to make him a loan, a rather large loan for argument's sake.
The form of the loan is a note. The note isn't his, it's a bank's. Not one halfpenny bit will the man get of it.
But for argument's sake, he is willing to take it with thanks. He's lavish with thanks for argument's sake. He'll have several dazzling women.
That sounds good, but sir, I doubt it.
He'll have caviar for breakfast.
Which of course will make him ill.
He'll have servants, he'll have horses.
Wonderful. Have you been drinking?
Many friends among the gentry.
No, he won't.
Yes, he will. He'll be in demand for dinner.
He won't know which fork to eat with.
Queen Victoria will greet him.
Stop right there. You've gone too far.
He'll have power, he'll be famous.
I'm in luck. It's almost tea time.
He'll become a knight at 30.
I'm not listening.
Yes, you are. For argument's sake, don't you see? £1 million banknote would change a man's life.
I agree.
I agree. We agree. We agree.
He'll be someone people laugh at.
You may say so, but I doubt it.
He'll be begging bread for breakfast.
He might do it for a thrill.
Rabid dogs will chase him daily.
Quite absurd, have you been drinking?
Then he'll come down with pneumonia.
No, he won't.
Oh, yes, he will. He'll be toothless in a fortnight.
There's a logic that escapes me.
He'll be starving even sooner.
Stop right there, you've gone too far.
In a week, he'll be arrested.
I'm in luck, it's almost tea time.
I suspect the judge will hang him.
I'm not
Oh,
listening.
yes, you are.
For argument's sake, he'll live.
For argument's sake, he won't.
You know for a fact you're wrong.
A matter of fact, I don't.
Shall we bet?
Shall we bet?
Shall we bet?
Good bet.
Righto, I'll be off to the bank. And then will come the difficult part. Where will we find such a person?
The streets of London are full of them. You merely cast out your net and pull one in.
If you wants to debark by the way of the gangplank, Mr. Adams, next time buy yourself a ticket.
Thank you.
Should I let you drown?
Something tells me this isn't Shanghai. Some nights take an hour, last night took a year, waiting with the moon for the sun, sitting on the sidewalk of an empty street. Now at last the morning's begun. London, wake up, you've got a visitor. London, don't know how long I'll stay. Do you leave him alone? If he's lucky, he'll get by. Or do you greet him and offer your best?
Well, he's certainly a ragged specimen.
Seems intelligent in his way. Not a bad sort. He isn't desperate, is he? You'd have to describe him as a man of some means.
Exactly.
And his moral character. Wouldn't want a beggar.
Never. Does he fit the description? Which reminds me, would you mind reading it off once more?
An intelligent but honest stranger, adrift in London without a friend and with no money.
Oh, I'd forgotten the part about without a friend. I mean, that sort of person's very difficult to find these days. Nearly everyone, no matter how unpleasant his demeanor, seems to have a friend.
Excuse me, you there? Yes, you. Would you step aside for a moment, please?
Are we correct in believing you to be a penniless American?
Yes, sir.
How did you get to be in London without any money?
It's quite a long story.
Oh, we're exceedingly fond of long stories.
If told with humor, cleverness, and tension.
I see. My boat ran adrift, and I was saved by this brig. I worked for my keep. There was nearly no meat. My pockets are shreds, the sidewalk, my bed, not a penny to spare, and not a friend in the world knows where I am.
Let me see if I have it right. You're intelligent, but an honest stranger, adrift in London without a friend, and with no money.
And nothing in my stomach.
Then I have something for you. You'll find an explanation inside.
London, wake up, there's someone new in town. Sorry, don't know how long I'll stay. He can't begin to know what tomorrow will bring until he lives through today. He'll starve to death, poor wretch.
No, I think not.
We'll see in 30 days. Would you care to increase the wager by 600 pounds and a set of inlaid mother-of-pearl croquet mallets?
Done.
Oh, I suppose you want one of the markdowns.
Actually, I'd much rather have...
I think this would be a perfect fit.
It seems a little big. I much prefer that one.
'Tis a quality suit, sir.
I'll take it. How much? How much?
4 pounds, 5 guineas, 2 pence.
Wonderful. I'd be much obliged if you would wait some days for the monies. You see, I haven't any small bills at the moment.
I'd expect a gentleman of yourself to carry around large change.
I can assure you that I am quite able to pay for the suit. I just didn't want to put you to the trouble of changing so large a note.
We can change any note you might have on your person.
If you would, then, please, change this.
I saw you, sir, when you came in. So well disguised from toe to chin. So grimly destitute. in the shabby old rags of that shabby old suit. But I wasn't fooled a minute, sir, about the sort of man you were. You see, the breeding shows in the upper class shape of your upper class nose. A man of your position must have morning coats and flannels, 14 shirts with matching panels, 7 mufflers trimmed with mink. A man of your position must have 13 suits for dining. 5 should have a satin lining, 2 in green and 3 in pink. Jackets, 11. Dressing gowns, 9. Embroidered initials, yours on the pockets. And on the inside neck, mine. A man of my position waits for payments at your leisure. Making money's not the treasure for which I have an itch. It is the privilege and the pleasure, sir. God knows they are the treasure, sir. When I take the measure of a man so fine, so rich.
I'd like another pie, please.
Oh, the gentleman wants another kidney pie. Let's see, how many has he had? 5. The cheek, I bet he hadn't enough to pay for it.
I'm still hungry.
I'll be happy to oblige you. Just pay up the check.
Well, why must I pay before I'm finished?
Customs, sir. Whenever customers consume 5 of anything. 5 ales, 5 puddings, 5 pies.
I see.
Yeah, well, a mild eccentricity perhaps, but it keeps things tidy in the mind. Here's your check.
Seems a little high.
But not too high.
If you would then, please. Cash this note.
Oh, how beautiful. Such lovely round numbers. Please believe me, unless my eyes deceive me. What I'm seeing's a phenomenon. Dear, oh dear, oh, 0 after 0. Many zeros, starting with a 1. Oh, what a splendid sight. Oh, I'm swooning with delight.
Someone stop her, put a lid atop her. With no warning, she's gone insane. Dear, oh, 0 after 0. Look at those zeros, sabotaged her brain.
Oh, there's something to behold. We're 1,000 pots of gold. What I'm eyeing is electrifying. I am full of wonder, I am full of sight. Dear, oh, 0 after 0. Somehow they have made a superstar of me. Oh, I'm meant to go a waltz. Ow, I could do a somersault. I'm dancing a gavotte. I'm explode.
I'm sorry to inconvenience you. It's just that this is all the change I have. Now, could you please cash this note?
It's me who's sorry, sir. Sorry not to be able to oblige you with the proper change. I haven't got 900,999 pounds, 3 pence, 5 crowns, and 1 shilling on the premises. It's been a slow day. We'll let it stand. It's of no consequence. It's just a trifle. grateful, and I can wait and wait and wait. I'm sure gentlemen such as yourself and your friends can have anything you want at any time you choose.
I can?
Of course, sir. We'll let the account stand. I hope I'm not afraid to trust a gentleman as rich as yourself.
Me?
Yes, you. And I trust, sir, that when you come, you'll bring all your lovely acquaintances, Mr. Sir.
Adams. My name's Henry Adams.
Yes. You'll be back, 'cause there's no place like Dog and Toad. You'll love it, you can't help but love it. Comfortable people in comfortable chairs. You're welcome, you know you are welcome the minute you walk up the stairs. This is the place for feeling cozy, doing exactly as we please. This is the place for feeling oh so friendly, touching elbows, touching knees. We'll treat you, we can't help but treat you. Comfortable problems with comfortable cures. You're welcome, you know you are welcome. The sentiment grows and endures. It's such a cozy nook, glad you had a look. And when you come back, it will all be yours. Let me show you to your rooms, Mr. Adams. When a man gets too close is 6 feet, I get nervous. I don't like it. When a man gets too close, I hear my heart beat and my cheeks burn. I don't like it. When a man gets too close, I can't catch my breath. My knees shake, my mouth's dry, I'm scared half to death. That's it, that's why, good grief. It's not shameless lust, what a relief. The next time I tremble, I'll know that I tremble with mere fear. The next time I'm fainting, I'll see that I'm fainting with sheer fear. And soon I will sit by the side of a man and hear all his breathtaking words. Relaxed though I'm still terrified of the man. I'm at ease with the bees, I'm at home with the birds. The next time I tremble, I'll know that I tremble with mere fear. The next time I'm choked up, I'll see I'm all choked up with sheer fear. And soon I will sit by the side of a man, relaxed though I'm still terrified of the man, and cool even when I perspire, because it's clear it isn't desire, I'm sure it's purely fear.
Ambassador Worth, my name's Henry Adams. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Of course, Adams. Your family, need I mention, is well known. I myself have family in Massachusetts, but not so famous as yours. I mean, descended from 2 presidents, and distantly related to Maude the actress, Roger the chemist, and Charles the humorous poet. I'm surprised I wasn't informed of your arrival in London. It's lucky I was home to receive you.
I'm so thankful.
Where are you staying?
1 Edward Street.
Then we're almost neighbors. It's very near the embassy. Mr. Adams, it's a bit informal of me, but Mrs. Worth and I are having a small dinner party tonight. The guests will be arriving shortly. Look, please make use of my dinner jacket and join us.
I couldn't impose.
Nonsense. You know, I imagine that a man with your background has probably met everybody in London by now, but if I can be of any assistance in introducing you to the right society, it would be my pleasure. I think our guests have arrived.
Reverend Sir Notting Smood, Miss Franconia Notch, and Miss Portia Langham.
Portia.
Pardon me, miss.
I'm so happy to make your acquaintance. Again.
Mr. Adams, may I introduce Miss Portia Langham?
Miss Langham.
Mr. Adams. The ambassador tells me you have presidential parentage. How interesting it must be to have such a storied past.
It's quite a story, I'll give you that.
I'm so fond of a good story, so long as it is told with humor, cleverness, and tension. You have the look of a well-studied man. Cambridge.
I certainly came by brig when I got here, but I only have the appearance, to tell you the truth. This suit was let me on credit by a very fine tailor, and now I'm afraid I must make myself worthy of wearing it.
Mr. Adams, please.
Oh, sorry. Henry. Call me Henry.
How charmingly authentic. Well then, Henry, this is a fine suit indeed, and you look the part. You are in business?
In a matter of speaking.
What is your field?
Finance, I suppose?
An international banker. Well, funny, humble, smartly dressed, and a fine family name. I'm not surprised Ambassador Worth has invited you this evening. You will be the envy of every young woman in London.
If you'll excuse me for just a moment. What am I doing? What are you doing? What are we doing? Oh, I'm doomed. I'm doomed. How am I going to make it through the night without Portia knowing what a terrible liar I am? I don't know how I can tell her, but somehow now I must tell her the truth. So much to lose if I tell her, but how can I choose not to tell her the truth? Maybe she'll understand it, pretending I'm someone I'm not. How could she understand it? If so, would she love me forever, no matter what? Don't know how I can tell her, but somehow now I must tell her. Isn't it strange? My whole life could change with a few words. What will she say? Hello and stay. Goodbye and go. Thank God I'll know after I tell her the truth today. Miss Langham, will
Portia,
you... Portia, will you marry me?
Yes.
No. Don't answer that question. I'm afraid you have enjoyed our conversation this evening under the pretense that I am something more than I am.
I'm sure it couldn't matter in the slightest.
My position is really much more humble than it appears. I was only let into this dinner this evening because I trade exclusively on credits and debits, and in the last 10 days, I have acquired a month's worth of debt.
Isn't it the common practice of all international bankers to trade in debits and credits? As to the question of your humility, well, you seem to be bragging now of your success, Mr. Adams.
Then I'm not an Adams. Well, I am, just not of the Massachusetts vintage. I was born and barely educated in San Francisco.
Industrious, hardy, and rugged as well. I hear the families of San Francisco are simply gold-flecked with their successes in mining.
Portia, I cannot explain to you how I have come into such luck and favor, and I also really don't understand why you persist in such a good opinion of me. But if you will give me until the end of the month, I will prove to you that I am worthy of this suit and your smile.
Then I accept your proposal.
Which one?
Now I know some things undisclosed before, and yet what I heard made me love you more. Who I thought you were, who someday you'll be, matters not at all. You're the world to me. Stories 1 and 2 couldn't both be true, till I found out today you
Mr. Lloyd Hastings of California.
Ah, Mr. Hastings, what a pleasure. So glad you could join us this evening for dinner. Now, I know that you are well acquainted with our other guests, but please, let me introduce to you...
Henry! Lloyd!
You two know each other?
We do. In fact, I know everybody in this room. Except you. And who is your young and beautiful friend, Mr. Adams?
Lloyd, allow me to introduce Ms. Portia Langham.
You know, good old Henry here is related to 2 presidents and a humorist.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. And she knows I'm not. In fact, she knows almost everything about me.
Oh, what's there not to know? Henry's about as exciting as a wet napkin. Not as exciting as I am. Did he tell you we used to work together in a dusty little office no bigger than a shoebox back in San Francisco?
He did not.
Ah, we were in the gold mining business.
More like the gold dreaming business.
Yeah, then one day this guy took off from work, and we all thought he drowned his dinghy in the drink. And then I find out he's in London rubbing elbows with every aristocrat and dignitary. How'd you get to London anyhow?
It's quite a long story.
Well, I don't have any time for that, but I do have a proposition for you.
Portia, would you excuse us for a moment?
I do believe that Mrs. Worth will be starting bridge soon, and it would be rude of me to leave her without a partner. Excuse me, gentlemen.
Yes, righto, pop-pop, pip-pip, potpourri, and all that. I do believe we all need a good partner. I hope I wasn't interrupting anything, Henry. She's a very handsome lady.
In fact, you were. I think I just proposed, and I think she just said yes.
To you?
Lloyd, what do you want?
Well, you remember that claim we came across in that paper note?
Do I? Oh, you made me look like a fool in front of the whole firm. You told everybody I ought to be a milliner and not a mining clerk. I almost lost my job because of you.
I bought it.
What?
What? Henry, I bought the claim. You were so sure, you were so honest, and I couldn't see anybody else getting a crack at it. So I sold everything I had. I bought a one-way ticket off of this continent, and then I came here to sell the stakes, make the claim, and mine it myself.
Well, how's it going?
Terrible. My purse is almost empty, and I pressed every advantage to its breaking point. And then I heard about this wealthy American who came here and was more notable than any duke or noble, and he was on the lips of every gossiping columnist in London. So I nearly broke my back and my house to get here to the ambassadors, only to find out it's you.
Oh, well, I'm sorry to disappoint.
Are you kidding me? You have a £1 million banknote in your vest pocket and a name as good as the money it is written on. Henry, my boy, that £1 million worth is still, it makes the claim, and we can both buy $1 million worth of stakes in this claim
and you and I are going to be able to retire fat and happy.
Lloyd, that's absurd. You yourself said the claim was worthless.
Henry, I'm a salesman. I say a lot of things I don't mean. You said it's a gold mine. If I got to choose between you and me, I'm going to bet on you.
I don't know, Lloyd. I'm not very lucky.
If your luck looks like that when it walks out the door, I'll take it.
I don't know. Partners, I don't know. You almost wrecked my life. My back's throbbing still. I can still feel the knife. Understand, please, we've been enemies since. You say about face, well, I'm hard to convince.
Sorry, understood. I'm going to regret, but riches could be ours if you choose to forget. It won't matter if I did as you say. We'll make millions. All I need is your name. All I need is your name. It seems some good starts can lead to good ends. Partners, let's shake hands. Perhaps someday we'll be friends.
It doesn't matter. I can't cash the note anyway.
What are you talking about? You go, you buy something cheap, they give you some change, bingo, you cash the note.
Believe me, I've tried. And besides, I have to return it at the end of the month anyway. But what I have, I will give you freely, and that's my name. So when you meet an investor, you send them to me, I'll vouch for the value of the claim, and then when they return to you, we split the profits.
You really believe that'll work?
I couldn't get in trouble in this place if I tried. And besides, this is the dimmest idea I could come up with, so it's bound to work.
It better be, or I'll be sunk and penniless.
Yeah, and I'll have debts at every fine establishment in town and end up in the workhouse.
It seems some bad starts tends to lead to good ends. Partners, let's shake hands. Hope someday to be friends.
Henry, I must say that these have been the most pleasant of days, and I never want them to end.
That's what I'm telling you. I can't promise you that they won't.
I don't see why they should.
Portia, do you remember why I asked you to come with me this morning?
You said it was because my being near you made you brave, and that my smile made you the wealthiest man in all of London.
What I said was that I was scared and I didn't want to be alone, and that when I returned this banknote, at the very least, I could be comforted by your smile one last time.
That's what I said.
Don't you understand that when I return this banknote, I'll have nothing? In fact, I'll have less than nothing. I have lines of credit all over London. I owe for food and lodging and clothing and entertainment. I even purchased that ridiculously tall hat. And if you must know, the night that I met you, I increased my salary threefold with interest. I could not make a payment on this month's debts. If I worked for 6 and only 18 and drank old toast, Portia, I never should have taken this banknote. I should have stayed in the street. I met those 2 old gentlemen. It's ruined my life. And now I'm going to go to the workhouse and I'll never see you again. Portia, I'm sorry. I never should have let you believe that I'm more than I am.
Oh, Henry. This world has riches gifted from above, far more value than golden things. The currency is love. When first I saw you, my heart told me so. You are the one who'll enrich my life, and our love will grow. Power, wealth, and fame, a title to my
of this I need, it's true. Simply just to see your eyes loving me is all I ask of you. You may not have riches, what's inside I seek. Authentic and true, yes, that's all of you. It's love's true currency.
Henry! What? We did it, 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 we did it! Oh, it's a whole new world. Oh, the lights are brighter, the colors are richer, the smells are sweeter, and the music is musicier. I think I love your beautiful name.
Lloyd!
Ah!
Did what? What did you do?
We sold the claim, we hit pay dirt, and I can tell you right now that this whole telegraph this morning I got said it all, and I've been running through the streets of London praising the name of Mr. Henry Adams to anybody who would listen. I think I love you and your beautiful name. Your name is worth now more than £100 million banknote. Oh my God, you always had the luck, my boy!
I don't know about that.
Are you kidding me? She loves you. And if that and the gold nugget isn't enough, then I don't know what is! I'm gonna meet you down at the Hog and Toad later on, and you're gonna buy all the drinks. Me a drink, London a drink, you're gonna buy everybody a drink!
Well, Sidney, old chap, I think he has done it.
Not until the banknote is returned.
Oh, don't be ridiculous, Sidney. Look at him. He's well-dressed, healthy, and accompanied in a most stunning fashion.
As per our letter of instruction, Roger, the £1 million banknote must be returned in 30 days' time. Not until then has the wager been executed.
Yes, but of course he has the banknote. And you do have the banknote, don't you?
I do, and all of my expenses in my personal ledger. Sir, here is your note.
And for you, sir, a situation befitting your expenses. What shall it be?
Well, I'm just as grateful as I can be, but really I don't want one.
What? Wait. But you can have the choicest one he can provide.
Thanks again with all my heart, but I don't want even that.
But what currency could possibly persuade you to give up so great a gift?
The true currency is the currency of love, not the currency of money.
I am loved by someone regardless of my position or what I can provide. That makes me the richest man in all of London. I can't think of a better situation than that.
I say, it's time we celebrate.
3 cheers from Mr. and Mrs. Adams.
Hip, hip, hooray! Hip, hip, hooray! Hip, hip, hooray!
And to honor the blessed occasion, it is my pleasure to offer you the finest room at the Hog and Toad for your wedding night. Well, I'll clean it first.
We love it, we can't help but love it. Comfortable people, chock full of good cheer. You're welcome, you know you are welcome. The minute, hi-ho, you are here. This is the place for eating puddings, cream, each of beef and kidney pie. And this is the place for feeling oh so friendly, hand to hand and thigh to thigh. We love it, we can't help but love it. Comfortable people in comfortable chairs. You're welcome, you know you are welcome. The minute you walk up the stairs.
And with
such a homey nest, nobody's a a guest, and when your friends come, it will be all theirs.
I'm just so happy.
Oh, thank you, Lloyd.
For what? Oh, yeah, that too. But I'm happy because we really did it! I can't still believe that you're a millionaire!
And better than that, you're my millionaire.
I've seen him.
I met him.
I know all about him.
He smiled at me.
He spoke to me.
I can't do without him.
He's truly a noble man.
Someone to look up to.
Trustworthy and high-minded.
I'm wanting to lift my cup to.
He's handsome.
Broad-shouldered.
He gives me a fever.
He's righteous.
Angelic.
I'm his true believer. Tip-top, all right, he's lovely, white, extraordinary. He's famous, he's my millionaire. Tip-top, all right, he's lovely, quite extraordinary. He's famous, he's my